Good morning student, welcomes you all on Topper Prime channel. Today I am here again with my new video and topic is this time animal fiber. Fiber to fabric. Here we just discuss about the animal fiber. What is the meaning of animal fibers? Animal fibers are the fibers that we get from animals. And especially the fiber that we discuss here is wool and silk, and how the processing of wool and silk take place. It means how we get a wool and silk fiber from a simple fiber. All the step we are studying here. So very first, wool and silk obtained from the animal, that's why these are called animal fiber or fiber from animals. Wool is commonly obtained from the hair of sheep, goat, yak, rabbits and camels. These animals are therefore called wool yielding animal. Question is, why this wool yielding animal bear hair on the body? Why? Because wool fiber is highly porous and the air in the pore act as an insulator and does not allow the body heat to go out. Because insulator are those substances which does not allow heat and electricity to pass through them. So here also the air not permit the body heat of these animal to go out. Thus hair on the body of these animal keep them warm during colder condition and easily they can survive. And this wool and silk both we are using for making clothing, and wool is used for making the winter clothing. Here different wool yielding animals like sheep, goat, yak, camel, rabbit, and which species of rabbit? Angora rabbit, llama and alpaca. The quality of wool depend on the breed of sheep, means the which breed of sheep we select. The quality of wool is also depend on it. The quality of wool is judged on the basis of thickness, length, shine, strength and color of fiber. Pashmina. Already you all listened this name, is a fine fluffy light and warm wool from Kashmir and nearby Himalayas area. Pashmina is obtained from the underfur of Kashmir goat, and here the 6 important wool yielding breed of Indian sheep is given. These are 6 breed of Indian sheep. Very first Bhakarwal, second one Lohi, third one Nali, Rampur Busheya, Patnawadi, Marwadi. And all these 6 breed of sheep, they provide different type of wool as we can see on the page, and these are the different wool yielding animal. So now we study how we convert the fiber into wool. So for converting or getting wool fiber from the sheep, we follow some steps. These steps are rearing and breeding of sheep. Second one is shearing, washing or scoring. Fourth one sorting. Fifth one carding. Sixth is dyeing, and seventh one is spinning and weaving. So very first we try to understand the meaning of rearing and breeding of sheep. Sheep are herbivorous. What is the meaning of herbivorous? Herbivorous are those animals who depend on plant and plant product for their food need. So sheep are herbivorous and they prefer leaves and grass. However, the wool yielding sheep are given protein rich food such as mixture of corn, pulses, jowar and oil cake. Sheep fed on such a diet develop a good growth of curly and shiny hair. Depending upon the quality of wool required, the sheep are selectively bred by choosing the partner of the sheep with the desired characteristic. It means here hybridization we can take place in between two animals, and that animals have different good character. After hybridization, the good character of both the breed come into a single. Sheep are reared in many parts of our country for wool purpose, and when the reared sheep develop a thick growth of hair, they are shaved off. It means after developing a good growth of hair that we can remove from the body of sheep. So here we start our second step is the shearing. What is the meaning of the shearing? The process of removing the ship hair from the body of the ship along with a thin layer of skin is called shearing. This is done with the help of a hair cutting machine and it is called razor. Shearing is done only once in a year and generally this shearing we can do in spring or early summer. After the shearing, the ship is immediately dipped into an antiseptic. Why we dip into antiseptic? To prevent that particular ship from any skin infection. After removing the hair from the body of sheep, the next step that we follow is the washing or scouring. What is the meaning of this? The sheared skin with the hair is thoroughly washed. Where we wash? In soap solution and a number of tanks to remove the grease, dirt and dust. And the process of removing grease, dirt and dust from the hair is called the scouring or we can say washing. Nowadays, scouring we done by a machine and the scoured hair are then dried because when we wash them, they wet up. So that after washing in a proper way, then we dry up. Next step that we follow is the sorting. What is the meaning of sorting? The dried hair now of different texture are then sorted out. The small fluffy fiber we can separate out from the rough fiber and the small fluffy fiber are called buds and picked out and sent for reprocessing. Next step that we follow here is carding. What is the meaning of carding? The process by which selected curly wool fiber straighten means by using a comb like structure. Here this is the machine. Here comb like structure is present inside this machine and by using this machine or by using this comb like structure we do the wool fiber straighten by passing through them in roller and this step is called the carding. After straighten we use that particular wool for dye and the wool fiber of light or white color are dyed in any color according to our choice. Next one is the spinning and weaving. The wool fiber are straightened, combed and rolled into yarn. Long fiber give wool yarn for sweater and shorter fiber are spun and woven into woolen clothes. Here these are the wool fiber as we can see in the picture. Then wool process factory with the help of combing like machine. Then we do the spinning of wool, then weaving, manual knitting and then the knitted wool is ready. So these are the steps that we follow to convert the fiber into wool. Next we start silk. Silk is another animal fiber. It is soft, light in weight and strong. Silk fiber we obtain from the cocoon of the silk moth or silkworm. Cocoon, it's a stage in the life cycle of the silkworm. And rearing of silk moth is called sericulture. Silk was developed very first in China about 5,000 years ago and the technique of silk making came to India about 1700 years ago. Next is the life history of silk moth. As we can see on this page, this is the life cycle of a silk moth. There are mainly 4 stages in the life cycle of a silk moth and these are egg, caterpillar. Caterpillar is the name of larva, pupa and adult. The female silk moth lay hundreds of egg on the mulberry leaf because it feed on the mulberry leaf for their nutrition and the larvae that hatch out from the egg in 3 to 5 days are called caterpillar larvae. Caterpillar feed on the mulberry leaf and grow in size. When the caterpillar is ready in 5 to 6 weeks to enter the pupal stage, it stops feeding and its salivary gland starts secreting a sticky fluid That fluid is a protein called fibrin. This fluid hardens on exposure to air and form a long thread of silk. This thread gets wrapped around its body and to form a ball-like structure called cocoon. At this stage, the caterpillar becomes a pupa. The silk moth continues to develop inside the cocoon, and at the end of pupal stage, the silk moth cuts open the cocoon and young moth flies out. So, how we convert a fiber into silk, we follow the 10 step here. From cocoon to silk. Very first what we do in step first, egg of silk moth are stored carefully on strip of cloth or paper and sold to the silk moth farmer. In second step, the egg are kept by the farmer under hygienic condition and under controlled temperature and humidity until the caterpillar come out of the shell. The silk moth, step third is the silk moth caterpillar are kept in bamboo tray and feed on freshly chopped mulberry leaves. In step 4, when the caterpillar stop eating, these are shifted to bamboo chamber provided with small rack twigs. Here the caterpillar spin cocoons and inside the cocoon the pupa continue growing. In step 5, at the end of pupal stage, the moth cut the cocoon and flies out. So the step 5 is a natural process and it is not involved in sericulture. So how we develop that fiber into silk? So we follow directly the step 6. Cocoon are then sorted out according to their color, size, shape and texture. And the sorted cocoon are collected and immersed. Immerse means we put inside the boiling water to kill the insect inside them, and cocoon are given a series of hot and cold immersion, means one time in hot water and one time in cold. This make the silk gum soft. In step 9, the silk filament are separated from the cocoon, and this process is called reeling of the silk. When we separate out silk filament from the cocoon, that step is called the reeling of the silk, and the resulting fiber is known as raw silk. It can be dyed now into various color according to our choice. And at the step 10, silk fiber are then spun to get the silk thread. Silk thread are woven to get silk cloth. So what are the uses of the silk? Silk fiber we use for weaving the silk cloth, and silk cloth has a high value dress material and it is very costly. So here these are the important point you can read out that is given on the page. Thank you to listening me carefully.